2004, at a fast food restaurant in Mount Washington, Kentucky, an ordinary workday spiraled into one of the most disturbing true events ever documented. The phone rang. On the line was a man who introduced himself as a police officer. His voice was calm, authoritative, the kind you don't question. He told the manager that one of her young female employees had stolen from a customer. The details he gave were chillingly precise: her name, her description, even where she had been working that day. He claimed officers couldn't immediately come to the store and needed her cooperation to handle the situation until they arrived. What happened next felt like something out of a nightmare. The manager, convinced she was helping law enforcement, called the young worker into her office. Following the man's instructions, she searched the girl's belongings, then her clothes. Each demand escalated, but the voice on the phone made it sound official, necessary, even patriotic, and the manager obeyed. For hours, the caller manipulated everyone in that restaurant, instructing them to guard the young woman, to strip her of her dignity, to treat her as though she were guilty. The employees went along, believing they were carrying out the law. Some hesitated, but the voice was commanding, convincing, impossible to dismiss. It wasn't until much later that the horrifying truth came out. There was no officer. The voice belonged to a stranger, hundreds of miles away, orchestrating the entire ordeal from the comfort of his own home. The young woman had been subjected to hours of humiliation and psychological torment, all because of a phone call. No weapon, no physical presence, just authority, obedience, and blind trust in a voice that sounded official. The case shocked the nation. Over 70 similar calls had been reported across the country, with fast food workers being targeted again and again. But the Mount Washington incident was the most extreme, so chilling in its detail that it became the basis for the film Compliance. The story leaves one question that haunts anyone who hears it. How far would you go if an authority figure told you to obey? What makes this tale terrifying is not monsters or ghosts, but the frightening truth about human nature. Sometimes the scariest horrors don't live in the shadows. They live in obedience, manipulation, and the terrifying power of a single voice on the phone.